Do we got some people? So I can say hi to at least one motherfucker.
Tina.
Hey, Tina.
Will.
Proctor?
Will said play some real go-go.
Will, your permission slip
Candace.
is signed today. Hey, Candace.
Lanique Brown.
Hey, Lanique.
And yeah, Tina's
Soon as
in
we
New
hit
York right
showtime, soon as we say showtime, you do all this. You got to go. Go over there with your eyes all crusty. Hello y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Talks with Tone. Hey, Chaz. Oh wait, I gotta look at like 3 different cameras, y'all. Hold on. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Talks with Tone and Teena. Another lovely Tuesday, 8 p.m.-ish. I hope everybody's week was great. I hope everybody is following our page, Talks with Tone and Teena on Facebook and Instagram. And I hope you guys are subscribed to our YouTube channel, Talks with Tone and Teena. So how was everybody's week? I'm hype as shit because I'm happy to see y'all.
My week was pretty good for the most part.
Okay.
What's today? Tuesday?
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Just, regular schmegler.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes we like the mundane because it as opposed to drama.
I mean, yesterday was the first day of spring, so I feel like...
And my aunt's birthday. Shout out to Rhea. Happy birthday, Rhea.
Happy birthday, Loretta.
Everybody loves Rhea.
And yes, I used to be Rhett's braider. Her in-home braider.
Yes, she was. I forgot all about that.
Yes, for a long time.
Uh-huh.
Lakeisha said good evening.
Hey, Kiki.
Will say y'all know it's a first
and shout out
day
to...
of spring. Yesterday was the first day of spring. We'll get it together.
Shout out to Lakeisha who made my
fertilizer on that wall.
Yes, we did. But I want to send a special shout out to Lakeisha. If you guys need anything, she has a company, Onyx Rebel, that does printing, t-shirts. She made my mother a really super cute mug with her name on it that I got her with this coffee maker. Shout her out. Creasa, put your information in the comments, boo. But yes, check her out, y'all.
Okay, I'm trying to see if Luke want to come on here. Zena is in here.
Hey, Zena girl. We ain't seen you in a minute, honey.
Keisha B is in here.
Hey, Keisha.
She said cute hair, ladies. Tone hair looks cute.
Thank you.
My hair is old.
Girl, $15.99 a wig.
I'm giving Cleo from Set It Off.
I like your hair.
It's a done deal. I literally.
I'm surprised you kept it longer than 3 days.
I'm not with it, but Anywho, so tonight, Sue said we look cute. Sue, I sent you a text.
Thank you, Susan.
Please get with that as soon as possible. Cena said she loved your ponytail, Tonette.
Thank you, girl.
So tonight, since yesterday was the first day of spring, we decided to do a little cute versus type of battle.
Which I love.
Versus is spirituality versus religion. So I just want to read like a brief little...
Okay, so wait. Explain the verses. Are we saying which do we prefer, this versus that, or
you can describe it, you can explain
okay,
it, you
so
can say what
goes.
you prefer. Anything goes. There's no set rules to the verses tonight.
Okay.
So I just wanted to read a little excerpt. Religion is a specific set of organized beliefs and practices, usually shared by a community or group. Spirituality is more of an individual practice and has to do with having a sense of peace and purpose. It also relates to the process of developing beliefs around the meaning of life and connection with others. And there's a host of different types of religions and all of that kind of stuff. If y'all need me to name them, I can. I have a myriad of all of that.
Okay.
Oh, Tina, I gotta work. A school night. I ain't in school and I ain't got no kids. My kids is out and about.
I was going to say, one of your kids on here.
One of my children is on here, but she's grown and lives alone. Anyway, James is on here. James Lindsay.
Hey, James.
He, hopefully he likes to tussle a little bit.
I love James then.
James sent me a message yesterday on my inbox. Who deleted who? Me, did I delete him or did he delete me? And
James, you be deleting motherfuckers, James?
So I said you had to have deleted me because I don't recall deleting him. Now James is known to tussle. So,
I like a tussler.
So yeah,
James, you have made it to the right show, baby, because we love to tussle here on Talks with Tone and Teena.
He said that he probably deleted me on accident during a purge.
I'm going to call bullshit on that, James, but welcome back, nonetheless.
And so he's back, and he followed Talks with Tone and Teena page and all of that kind of stuff.
So James, let me ask you this. Are you spiritual or are you religious? Now, I'm going to answer this first. You know my father's side holy rollers. You know that. So I grew up in the church. I grew up in Christian church. My family is a family of deacons and ministers on my father's side, yada, yada, yada. But growing up, honestly speaking, and I low-key hope nobody on my father's side on here, but the church.
Luke has made it, our pastor. Luke.
Hey, Luke.
Luke, call in so we can accept your call in.
Luke.
Dang, I don't know if we're going to be able
to. I was about to
wait, let me see.
You might just got to put it in the comments.
Yeah,
because it takes
my
us too
phone,
long.
and I can't turn my phone around.
Yeah, so just put it in the comments. And we on a really good time crunch.
Just put it in the comments whatever you have to say.
And Luke, I want your opinion on this.
Okay, Luke's a pastor. I can't remember the name of his church, but I've been there.
Luke, please put your church in the comments.
I've heard him preach several times.
Is he any good?
He's great.
Okay.
He's an excellent preacher. I've known him since he was maybe like 13 or 14. I'm friends of his family.
Was he a little preacher?
From his grandmother all the way down. He's always been a decent type of kid.
But he wasn't a little preacher.
I didn't really see that per se, but he's always been like, he's from Southeast, but he's always been like, one of those kids that wasn't like, quote unquote hood, if you will. Even though he's hood.
He's a decent kind of dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got
you.
Okay, so Luke, hear me out on this. So my family was religious, whatever. But I felt the most ostracized, the most alienated when I was in church. If you couldn't act a certain way.
Look that way, Tony.
These people even... Yeah. A girl got pregnant. Mm-hmm. We didn't see her no more. When she had the baby, we never saw the baby. It was like it never happened. Mm-hmm. Shit like that to me is weird. When you talking about motherfuckers, and I know it's just not the Christian faith, we got some screwed up Muslims, we got some screwed up Buddhists, Catholics, all of that. But I don't know them. I only know my experience with the Christian faith, so that's why I'm speaking on that. So if you got people, you hiding babies, you throwing towels over the girls' laps when the skirt's too short, you worried about all that fuck shit, basically. But your deacon or your minister or your pastor molesting people, or they fucking out of both drawer legs, men offering men up, and y'all claim that's the one thing the Christians always holler about. Thou shalt not lay with another man, but the whole time the pastor want niggas. Like, it's
Lord.
Listen.
Whoa.
Listen.
Whoa.
It was a lot of shit going on in the church. So y'all got all that going on, but you got the nerve to pass judgment when people have flaws that you can see. So when I got about, it was instilled in me, but when I got about 15, 16, I was like, yeah, this ain't, I feel like when you add man to religion, that's what fucks everything up. Organized religion fucks everything up because it's more about man than God. You don't need, I personally feel like they say 3 or more is a congregation or whatever. But I feel like I talk to God every day, all day long, and that's what I need. He centers me. I know he exists. I know that he's real and all that. I don't need to give Pastor Junebug $10 to talk to Jesus for me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't, so I feel like that's where, so I'm spiritual. Mm-hmm. When I used to be religious.
Okay, Tia says she's spiritual. Tia Anderson's here. Mm-hmm. Jermaine is in here. He said hi.
Hey,
Jermaine said, preach, Tonette, speak.
All right.
Luke said his church is called the House of Hope, Praise, and Ministries.
All right. And put your location down too.
His church is in Clinton, Maryland.
Oh, cool.
Like Piscataway, right around there or something.
Everybody know what Piscataway is.
Lakeisha says she's both.
Well, Krista, explain that.
If you want to explain that.
How are you both?
I feel like I'm very spiritual. I strongly believe in God. Mm-hmm. I feel like nothing happens by chance. Mm-hmm. Everything is already written and all of that. Of course, I feel like when you're black and you're born in America, you almost always are put into church. You don't have no other choice.
Agreed.
That's what we've known since slavery.
And Christian faith.
Yeah, into Christianity. So you start going to church. That's just what people do, and your kids got to go wherever you go, Bible study, all this and all of that. But I feel like you can, get what you need. And I do feel like church has been tainted over the years.
Yeah.
With so much scandal. And
church has been tainted since the beginning of the time.
With so much scandal, so much judgment. With people that aren't into church or that come just for a little while, or I've heard where some churches make you stand up if you don't tithe to put you on the spot to say like, why haven't you paid, to look down for the whole congregation,
No.
to look down on you and things of that nature.
This will be my last time there.
If you guys know, my father was not born in America. He's from another country, and he was Muslim, and that was his faith, that he believed in. So then you got, your father here speaking Arabic and saying this and believing this, praying all these times a day and doing all of this. Then you got your mother who has a pastor coming to your house because there was so many people in our house doing Bible study over at our house when we lived in Alley.
Over Pam's?
Yeah, when we lived in Alley, Minister Lamb from Landover Memorial Baptist Church, he came up.
I had no idea. I learned something new about her every day.
He came up 543 and did Bible study up there. And, Eddie and Pup and all of them used to get on the Blue Church bus. If y'all from PG County, y'all know about that.
Wow.
And all of that type of stuff. So you kind of get forced to do it. But as you get older and you learn your own way.
Yeah.
And you experience life and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I've been to.
And then when you see people for who they are.
I've been to Catholic Church, Baptist, Mormon, the mosque. I've been to it all. And I feel like believe in what you want to believe, but I feel like at the end of the day, as long as you believe in something in a higher power, it's on you. But I do feel that Black Christians, I don't feel that because Muslims, everybody that has their own belief, they strongly believe in it. You know what I'm saying? But I
knock out, drag out, fight.
Yeah, I know Muslims are very, especially if they're not from, they didn't become Muslims in jail or whatever the case may be. They're very powerful about their belief. They'll die for it and all of that kind of stuff. Kill for it. And, they'll go hungry for it. They'll do anything. Just American Christians it's become like pimps in the pulpit type of thing and all of that. So anywho, Dominique is in here. Dominique, I ain't seen him on here like 4 months.
Dominique, boy Dominique?
Yeah, boy Dominique.
Hey,
okay, we got some
okay, so what are the comments saying? Are they religious or are they spiritual?
Sue's laughing at Zara. Lakeisha said, I believe in the teachings of the AME faith and I believe in Jesus Christ.
So what part makes you okay, that's religious, but what about the spiritual side?
But when I was reading up everything, they said all of that is still a part of any of those beliefs are still a part of spirituality.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Tia said there's too many rules in religion for me. Jermaine said, I believe in God, just not religion. To me, religion is no different from gangs.
God damn.
Mignon Blaylock said, I'm spiritual. I believe in having a divine purpose. I believe in religion and have served in several capacities in the Christian church.
Okay.
I respect other religions. I'm actually helping my son prepare for Ramadan, but I get lost when folks start mentioning praying to the ancestors, crystals, etc. Lakeisha said,
I'm not with all that.
Lakeisha said people need to stop believing that Christians are perfect. Christians need to stop faking like they perfect.
I was about to say, that's
saying?
The perception they give.
Christians need to stop faking like they perfect. I'm not about to sit on here and chastise anyone, but this is why you do not put your eggs into a man. If y'all remember me saying this last week.
To a man?
Yeah, because a pastor or whoever the case may be.
To man.
You're looking up to somebody that is heavily flawed themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, they know the Bible and they can recite all of those scriptures, but soon as they step out the church, they're doing all the things that Tone has mentioned.
Some serial killers.
So,
some people that then killed 40 people can recite the Bible. That don't mean shit.
Yeah,
but
anybody can.
But they hold that over you as if that's a superiority.
The Holy Grail.
Yeah, like
the Holy Grail. Like
you read some and retained some information. That's it. He get you to write the book.
Oh, we should have brought the thing over there.
What?
The camera. Anyway, so Dominique said hello. Luke said, long story short, and Luke is our pastor that I asked to come on in here tonight.
Oh yes, and I'm dying to hear what
Luke said, long story short, since y'all won't let me in,
okay,
and Luke, it's only due to us.
We on the time crunch, and we're on the time crunch, so we ain't got time to figure
Luke
it out.
You can be spiritual and religious. I said that a few minutes ago.
Krista said she was.
He said the problem is there are good churches and bad ones. When we hear of a bad carryout, we don't stop eating Chinese food. We may never go back to that particular carryout. Find a good church and a good pastor who will walk you through life when life goes hard.
I like that, Luke.
Yeah, that was an amazing
and you're absolutely right.
That was an amazing word, Pastor.
We like any restaurant, we don't stop eating the food. We just pick another restaurant. So I like that.
Tina said we want we went to the Holy Land. She went there, like a month ago or so, Tina?
Okay.
She said the overlaps in Christianity and Islam got confusing.
Oh, the overlap. Okay, so
Tina went to Jerusalem.
You went to Jerusalem, but was that a spiritual quest or was that just a vacation destination? Is somebody Muslim, Christian, whatever?
Tina was out there with her head garb on and
I saw the pictures, girl. But was it a vacation like that, or was it a spiritual quest? Was it something like that, or what?
Jermaine said, "Thank you, Tina." To me, Keisha B said, "Muslims do that too." LOL. I tussle with one all the time.
Girl,
I said that.
So do I.
Muslims will kill their child if they child mess with a person that's not Muslim.
But no, even down to that, Muslims will criticize the shit out of a Christian, but they doing some of the same shit that the people that they criticize and doing.
Yeah,
they stay doing that.
I just do me. Jermaine said, question, how can you believe in something that was given to us by slave masters to control us? And Tina said she went there for vacation.
And she went for vacation. And there's also Muslims some Muslims believe that Christianity was invented. It was a religion that was invented. It was never, so they believe all of that. So
that's what Jermaine is saying.
I
was forced upon us to give us hope.
Yeah. Before we even came to the slave trade, it was invented for this very reason, to hold political power and to, get a flock of people to believe some shit away from the Catholic Church. I don't know whether that's true. I wasn't born in, and that's another thing too. I can't say that faith is definitely things your belief in things that you can't see, but a man wrote the Bible. A man wrote all the books that we have. A man wrote that. How nobody can ever explain to me how you are for sure that they not putting their beliefs inside. And then when you ask that question, all religious people say, because God mandated them to write that Bible. God mandates us to do things every day, but we choose different paths.
Okay.
So that don't mean nothing.
We got a lot.
Okay, I don't mind that. Whatever brings you to God and however you get there, hey. If you got to go to jail to get it, hey.
Lakeisha said the problem is people idolizing the pastor. You should go to church for the teachings and Bible, not the pastor.
That's true.
Tina said we enjoy world history. Religions are fascinating. We're going to Peru next year, and I'm going to be learning about their religion. I have a good girlfriend from Peru, Tina. So if you want any, tidbits on that, let me know.
And I love world history too, so please keep posting. I love
Jermaine said blacks were here before the slave trade.
Of course.
Keisha B said, Tone, you preaching. And Will said, preach, Tone, the Bible was written by man. Enough said. Will said, drop the mic, so we're going to end that.
Okay.
That's the end of that first verses.
If you still would rather comment on whether you prefer, if you think you're religious or spiritual, please put it in the comments still. If you're on Instagram, I'm totally sorry. We both blind as the bats, but we welcome you and love that you're here.
So our next one is home ownership versus renting. We always hear people saying, somebody got a Range Rover, but they living outside in an apartment, or
And the number one thing, paying $2,600 to rent an apartment is crazy to me.
And there's so many.
They always hitting out.
There's so many thises and that to it. Then people say, well, you don't really own a home if you don't pay off the loan. It's a whole lot.
I ain't never hear that one.
Yeah, it's a whole. People always
That's
say,
true.
I even hear homeowners saying that. So
for me. I feel like it depends on, there is not an either or. It depends on what your lifestyle is. I became a homeowner because I didn't have no motherfucking choice. I became a homeowner because the market, home ownership for me, like when I was young, I had an apartment. The rent was going up. Hey, Lauren.
Oh, she said she gonna go over to IG. Bye.
The rent was going up. The same amenities, the same shit. The market had crashed.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sue. She said she's talking about Instagram is dry. So she gonna go to help us out. My bad.
See how you do her?
My bad, Jalen.
You always give it. Sue, I'm here for you, baby.
I'm sorry. Okay, but I'm saying sorry. I apologize, Jalen.
You went the fuck in, bitch.
Because all I look down and see her saying is it's dry. So y'all know, I don't care if it's my child or not. We could tussle.
Go in.
So she said she leaving pretty in all caps now. Toodles.
Oh.
She said, LMAO girl, you doing too much. Sue, stay.
No, look at that.
Stay, Sue.
But I became a home owner because the rent was going up.
I apologize, Joelle. What the fuck? She said it's dry. That's all I saw.
The rent was going up and the mortgage was going down, and that's how I became a homeowner. So I feel like it's a lifestyle thing. Like if right now, this is how I feel honestly.
Say, Susie.
Honestly speaking, this is how I feel. No, you see. Okay, you did apologize.
Darlene is in here for the first time.
Who's Darlene? Hey, girl.
Darlene Adams Bullock.
This is how I feel though. In about 10 years, I'm not gonna want to climb stairs. I'm not gonna want to do my own yard. I'm looking for a high rise with a doorman and a gym in the basement. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to buy that. I'm going to rent an apartment and maybe rent my house out or something like that. So I feel like it's a lifestyle thing. You not owning a home at a certain age is not crazy. It's on what your lifestyle is.
My take on it, I've been both. I've been a homeowner and a renter. I feel like both of them have pros and cons. As far as home owning, you can pull money out of it.
That too.
People used to always say, oh, you're going to see the difference when you get your tax return. That shit ain't really true, especially after the first year or whatever the case may be.
You don't see it. I mean, it's a couple $100, but bitch, it ain't all that.
And also, when you see somebody pulling up to an apartment and they have a Range Rover, you don't know if that building is a condominium. You don't know if that person owns that. You don't know what, like I always say when people pocket watching, you don't know what the scenario is on that or whatever.
Well, I've always felt like this, so I never saw a problem with you pulling up in the Benz to an apartment. That's what lifestyle.
That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do.
Some people don't want to do a yard. Some people don't want to pay a mortgage.
And sometimes you can get upside down in your mortgage. You can pull so much money out that you can't afford to pay it.
Look at that's how the market crashed. Before 2008, everybody was getting houses they couldn't afford, and when they was calling on that loan, they had the money, and
so many people also, like, if you were bequeathed the house, if someone gave you a house, you might pull out a second mortgage, or they might have pulled out a second mortgage before they died. So then you're down in a cesspool with that or whatever. You get a 30-year mortgage, but you're paying for 60 years or whatever the case may be. So it's a lot to it. Like Tone said, do what's best for you. Also, I will say this, my son, he been on buying a house and all that stuff since he was 5. If he finds out someone lives in an apartment, is it a condo? He want to know the difference because he knows oh, you're buying this. You know, he knows
He's been
all
on
of that.
home ownership since 5.
But some people they, that I've talked to, they said they've never even thought about buying a house.
Do you see a problem with it?
What?
Do you see a problem with people? I know you don't have a problem with people in Benzes pulling up to apartments. But if somebody has never bought a house their whole life, if you meet a man that's never bought a house his whole life and he your age.
No, I don't have a problem with it at all. Okay. But what I do have a problem with is people being ignorant, which is uninformed. Black people stop using ignorant for the wrong definition. People being uninformed and people being afraid. You know what I'm saying? They never even thought that they could get a house because they think it takes this miracle. You know all of these steps.
It takes a 650 credit score, bitch.
That it really does not take.
A job.
You know what I'm saying? It does not take a lot to buy a house. But people don't know that because they just never researched it. So I would be like, okay, well, why haven't you gotten a house? And if they say, well, I never thought I could, or whatever the case may be, then I would want them to educate themselves on it. And then if they decide, then I still don't want one, fine. But not just because, oh, I never
thought I could get it,
or whatever the case may be. Just educate yourself on things and just make the best decision for you.
And let's be honest,
they do say that home ownership is a gateway to generational wealth. I still feel like at the end of the day it depends on the foundation in your family, because we know that as soon as somebody dies, you sell the house, y'all might get $10,000-$15,000 a piece, and that's the whole legacy.
Which I was just about to say,
that's the whole legacy down the drain, just like that.
The Johnsons now own your legacy. So, I was just about to say that people don't give a fuck about that no more. When Big Mama died, and especially in DC, and they know they can get $700,000 for Big Mama house, even in any condition.
And all her grandkids, crackheads, they gonna want to sell it.
They selling
no
it.
shade.
They selling it.
That's just what it is.
Everybody get $50,000 a piece, and they happy.
But there are all kinds of rental there are all kinds of home buying programs, especially in DC. They have so many incentives in DC because it's so expensive, and they still want to make it like affordable for like the middle class or whatever the case may be. But like Darlene said, you know, she's been a homeowner for years and she's kind of tired of it. Her daughter's in college. Shout out to Kendall, she's in Spelman. But she said
that she with my cousin. I wonder if she know my cousin.
She said that she would just like to live in a nice apartment building with a restaurant under. That's kind of
Darlene,
like the way.
That's where I'm at.
And by the way, those are any of that type of foo stuff, it's very expensive.
But that's what I was just about. When I just said I want an apartment with a doorman and a gym in the basement, Darlene, I feel the same way, baby. I'm trying to, I don't want to sell my house because a house is always going to be income that you can be getting. But yes, real talk, I want to remodel my shit and rent that bitch out and go live with a doorman.
And then there are also horror stories about that. People that have rented their house out, their house has got basically almost,
I've heard more,
not demolished, but you know.
I've heard more horror stories than not. What to the point where maybe I should sell it.
And I just looked at a piece on YouTube where in Atlanta, they are not renting out to Section 8 people. So many Section 8 moms have moved outside with their kids. A person don't gotta rent their house out. So if somebody not renting you your house because you get Section 8, they have the prerogative to do so. They could be like,
Section 8 don't have some type of sanction. Well, no, they don't. So it's an agreement.
So many moms and their children have moved out to like these camps, these tent camps. A lot of people don't want to rent their homes because they feel like their homes have gotten ruined. Some people move in, and since renting laws are different, you know, when you own a house, somebody might get in your house and get stuck in there for like a year without paying. Versus if you live in an apartment, you don't pay on the 6th, you already go get your first notice.
That's number one.
But then that's the whole thing with renting too. So it's a whole
and
lot
with home ownership. At some point, home ownership, you'd be surprised at how many months you can go without paying before they can foreclose on your house. They literally try everything
to help you to keep
you in that house.
They'll do a modification.
Right.
They'll do
several modifications.
And
I don't understand why I can get the Section 8 portion.
If you feel like your house is gonna get fucked up, you're not gonna rent it.
And I've seen situations where people have said they had
when you feel like you're gonna
3
lose
kids
money
and they had 6
making money,
or they, you know, when they come back, their house is in disarray. I get that.
But I tell you one good Section 8 story I heard. A lady had her Section 8 certificate in Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. She ported it over to Hawaii, and she out there living it up. On like,
and that's a
super
motherfucking
subsidized rent.
Bitch, I'm doing that. What you need to qualify?
And people was hating on her, but
why?
She ain't doing nothing wrong.
She living somewhere that she could. Why?
Okay, we got a quadrillion and one
I'm finna
comment.
do it.
We got a quadrillion and one comment.
All right, what's up?
So, okay, me and Sue settled our beef and she stayed, I believe. But Angela is in here. Angela from ATL is in here.
ATL Ange, hey girl.
ATL Ange said, home ownership, pros, pay less than rent. Build equity, then you can borrow if needed. Control your monthly payment, tax deduction. Make it your own wealth tool. So if that's if you're smart like Angela, that it's to each its own. We know it's to each his own on all of these. Everything in life is to each their own. Answer the damn question. Why do people do that? Darlene said, Keisha B said, I think it definitely depends on your lifestyle and where you are in life.
Yes.
Tahir said, right to something I don't know. Darlene said, I get tired of home ownership. Speak on both sides. Good job, ladies. Thanks, Darlene.
Cause Darlene, don't nobody feel like fixing what's broke. You can't call no maintenance man.
And when you get that home warranty,
that don't pay for shit.
Them bitches cover everything except for what you need.
What the fuck you need. Yes. I had one. My refrigerator went out. Them bitches covered everything but the fucking refrigerator because the refrigerator got hit by lightning.
Tina said,
luckily, my homeowners covered it, but the warranty didn't do shit.
Tina said buying a house felt like the next life goal. Because we're in America and certain things are the standard or tradition or whatever.
Everybody wants to pick your fence and everybody thinks that that's what success looks like when you own your own place and you got a nice car. And
many people think that they won't own their own house, but they say it's theirs. So they get put out.
Bitch.
But anyway, that's another story.
That's a word.
Harrison Winston is in here.
Hey, Harrison.
Lakeisha said, I'm on the fence about renting. Been a homeowner, but I want space for my grandkids. But another huge yard, too much work. Tina said, Mary, buy a house, have a baby. I ain't having no more babies, though. Tahir said, speak Jafani. I don't know what. Will said, black people have been behind the 8 ball for years when it comes to financial literacy.
True.
Tina said, I'm looking forward to paying the house off and only paying for insurance. I'm a disabled vet, so no taxes. Okay, Tina.
Will,
Jermaine said you right. I don't know about what. Darlene said some folks with big houses, credit score is 210. Don't be fooled. Do what's best for you.
Yes, Lord.
Darlene said, shout out to Spellman. Yes, yes. Antonio is in here. We got a lot of people in here tonight.
Hey, Tonio.
Harrison said,
Tonio, you still on the road?
Harrison said, but you are allowed to be able to go on inspection on the property. You just have to inform them 72 hours in advance on most occasions.
What you mean?
I don't know if you're talking about Section 8.
Do you mean when you're renting Section 8 or renting your house out? Is that what you're talking about?
Keisha B said, I actually know someone that is in an urban encampment.
What's that? The camps
in Atlanta. Yeah, they have them in DC all over. I know plenty of people that live in them. They get some of them are disabled vets. They get big money every month, and that's where they prefer to live.
So is that sort of like a trailer park, but for campers and camps?
It's just outside anywhere in tent. In a tent, and they have them all over DC, McPherson Square, Union Station, quite a few places, and they're starting to be all over the place. So, Candace said facts. I'm dealing with that now. My father passed in January, and I'm in the process of selling his rental. Lord.
It's a hassle?
Okay, Harrison said you also have to get your landlord license and your occupancy license. Harrison, let me use your occupancy license.
I was about to say.
I need that for this move.
Yeah, we know a little bit about that.
We definitely know about that certificate of occupancy. Bruh, I'm going to talk to you after this over.
Okay.
So that you're able to file, because if you're in there legally and you've been collecting rent, now they can actually sue you. Wow. So yeah,
see, and that's another
I need to holler at you, bro.
Okay.
Will said he would never rent to anybody on Section 8.
Will, that sounds a little
Antonio said Pennsylvania to Hawaii is to come up. Darlene said, yep, I saw that story too. Her ass is in Waikiki in Hawaii. Angela Axton said, lose my job, I can rent out rooms, or I can get $1,400 over the monthly mortgage if I rent. That's very true.
That's the benefit of a home ownership. If I ever lose my job or anything ever happen to me, I can't pay. I can move out and rent this motherfucker out and still make the mortgage and still own my home. So that's a great benefit of home ownership.
And Will said he's smart, but he still like the hoes. When you just said Will acting smart tonight. Darlene said get some land and put cattle on it like Rick Ross. Smart moves.
Well.
He said kickback, never been a big club person. Will said get together, fuck the club. Except for he loves to go to the outdoor.
He ain't never been no club.
Keisha B said kickback because I'm not feeling clubs anymore. I do love seeing live music outside of go-go. Angela Atkins said I love kickbacking at home. Tia Anderson said both. Sue said I'm confused. Are you not seeing my comments? See Tina? See what I mean? She's trying to tussle, but I'm gonna keep it.
Keisha B, I feel you on that. I prefer a kickback that you can personalize. Not the same shit. I like that.
Nato Muhammad, this is his first time in here.
Hey, Nato.
And Tahir said both, but more so kickbacks, clubs for special occasions. Hurston said love house parties or gatherings. Antonio said I get bored in clubs, and it depends on who house we talking about. I'd rather host something small. Will said, but he will go see Essence. Tia said I'm still be like once or twice a month or both though.
Yeah.
Aisha B said I get bored in the club, honestly.
Yeah,
I feel that way, and I love to dance, party, and have fun.
I will say this: when I do go to the club, not lately, the last 5 to 6 years, I ain't never staying to the end. I'm gonna come get my key, get a couple of drinks, and I'm out.
Candace said,
but at a kickback, I'm gonna stay a whole time.
Candace said it's the same people at every party.
Thank you, girl.
And she said, I don't understand. I be looking at the pictures each week, and it's like the same 20 people every week. Boring.
The same.
That's Candace to say. So when y'all start saying people hating on y'all, directed to Candace, because we ain't say that shit. You know they get mad, Candace.
Okay, Candace,
people hating, they hate us.
Candace, I'm taking that for you, girl, because that's not a lie. That's not a lie.
Okay, hold up. Janae has entered.
Hey, Janae.
Janae, my old co-worker. This is her first time.
Welcome, Janae.
Janae said, prefer kickbacks. I can make and refill my own drinks 10 times better.
Janae. Girl, tell me if it's not. You get your...
No, I'm not drunk, Sue.
You get BYOL. You got the food that your homegirls cook that you know is bomb. You got a theme party that is unique to anything else that you've done that week or that month or whatever. It's not the same go-go or dry ass whatever. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I'm with you on that.
I'm doing a cute theme party next month.
What you doing?
I'm doing bubble gum and soda pop.
Okay, you put in the group. What is that?
It's just like a cute little soiree for girls. It's for adults and kids, but you gotta dress the theme. It's very Chrissy Snow from Three's Company.
Oh, bitch, I got the perfect outfit.
You know,
I've been dying to make this
shiny,
outfit.
cute romper with long socks. It's very ribbons in the 2 ponytails. It's very 80s.
Yes.
Chrissy Snow.
I love that.
So I'll let you guys know when I got that going.
Oh, and pastel colors.
And yeah,
I love that.
Sue's gonna have the little color scheme that you have to go by. I'll have that all together.
Sue, I'll get with you because I already know what color I'm wearing.
Marquise is in here.
Hey, Marquise. Why you so excited about Marquise?
Tom, Marquise never been in here. You know Marquise used to hang with us when he was little.
Who's Marquise, man?
Diane nephew. Sharon's son.
Marquise, oh my God.
Marquise used to hang around with us on the two-step and all around up and down.
I haven't seen him since the early 2000s.
Well, Marquise
oh my God.
That's so sad. We used to have him just out there.
And isn't he doing it big in the model industry or some shit like that?
Marquise models, but he's doing it good in the like.
It's something else he's doing.
He's like somewhere big up in Kempton or one of those hotels. He moved out to San Diego and all. He's foo now. He's very bougie.
I love it. Congrats.
Yes. And Mark, let us get one of them hotel discounts.
Period.
Marquise nephew, while we on here. Few.
While we shouting you out, nigga.
Okay, let me get back to
okay,
the
so
Marquise,
we gotta stay on topic today.
Marquise said maybe it's time to come to a real party in Cali. I lived in Cali, Marquise, but we partied in Cali before, but
yeah,
I'm just over the party scene. I mean, it comes to something that you do.
We partied in Cali, but it was kind of the same. It wasn't the same music, but it's the same aesthetic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know, Marquise, I would come to, he doesn't post as often as he used to, but I would definitely come to one of your beach kickbacks or parties. If you ever invite us to San Diego, if
we'll
you're still in that
baby. Oh, I've been dying to go to San Diego and San Francisco.
Antonio said I be passing on $50 to party with the same people because the parties are $50, $60 now.
100. Yep.
And Miss Brown said she preferred kickbacks.
Mm-hmm.
And
so the consensus seemed like everybody prefers kickbacks over.
Oh my God! He said he got me on the hookup. Okay, I'm a holler at you off camera. How's your mother? Your brothers? And I know you.
Now you got to ask all that. Now that he said yes to the hookup.
And nieces and nephews or whatever.
I'll be with her. So you hooking us up both of.
And your dog. I don't know if you have more than one dog. JoJo has made it in here.
Hey,
JoJo said, "Hey fam, y'all look good. Love the ponytails on that."
Thank you, babe.
Sue said, "My look for the party is so cute. Gotta find it though." Okay, so that was that. We doing
find the fabric. I'll make
JoJo, we doing a versus battle tonight.
So the first two was religion versus spirituality. And homeownership versus renting.
The last one was kickback or get together.
Kickback versus get together.
And JoJo and them have the bombest kickbacks at their house ever.
Listen.
The bombest.
When I say it's a club over there, it's a motherfucker.
They have the best kickbacks.
Invite only, but it's a club.
And it's always a theme. People stick to the theme, which is very big with me. It's just a vibe. They have
places where you can do selfies. They rent 360
I be
cameras.
on the mic the whole time.
Karaoke. You like literally the fire pit on the motherfucking deck.
Food, everything.
You edible. Listen, it's a vibe.
Online university, going to an online university versus going to college in person and on campus. And there's a two-part to this. Are some online universities, do you feel like they're kind of fake? Even though they're accredited, it's Strayer, it's University of Phoenix, do you feel like those are bogus? So go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like not University of Phoenix. I wouldn't say bogus, but if it's accredited, it's a college. I feel like it's a lifestyle thing. If I'm working a full-time job, I'm a single parent of 3 kids, I ain't got time to go on no motherfucking campus. Bitch, I gotta do this when these children sleep on the tub. Branch?
Yeah.
Hey, Brownie. I gotta do my working shit when these children is in the tub or wherever. So it's a matter of convenience. I don't think that it has no. If I got my bachelor's at Phoenix and you got your bachelor's at University of Maryland, I don't think it makes a difference. I think that it depends on what field you're going into. Like if you got a law degree from University of Phoenix, I might not necessarily want to
be a public defender off the break.
Yeah, I ain't trying to fuck with you if I got a murder charge. But you know what I'm saying? If you an IT worker or if you like concierge or you got a hotel degree, who gives a fuck where those come from?
Why the fuck Antonio said that's out of my league? I got my GED from Iverson Mall.
Bitch.
But wait a minute, let's not laugh. Getting a GED is very hard.
I have a
college degree, and I can tell you, I know I wouldn't pass the math or GED because it's very hard. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that gets a GED, I commend you because you have to take that test.
Well,
and I know I couldn't do that.
You already know it's harder because GED, you have to take a test. You study yourself. It's not like 12 years of school.
But they do have prep.
No, but I'm saying, with a high school diploma, it's 12 years worth of school that they didn't fucking embedded in your brain for 12 years.
And you don't take no tests at the end, Jai.
You do not. You take your finals, but that's the shit that you learn for that semester only. Not 12 years worth of school. So GED is definitely harder.
Okay, the comments. Sue said she'd rather go on campus. Tia said she had her first edible at JoJo and them party.
Yes.
JoJo said party season is coming.
I can't wait.
Tina said certain majors have to be traditional, meaning I guess on campus. Antonio said
that's true. That's
Keisha
true.
B said I was the person Tone described. I started on campus but became a wife and mother and had to switch online.
Yeah, I think life happens.
Angela said some universities aren't as reputable and the degree ain't worth the paper it's printed on.
Girl.
That's what I be saying right there. And I've worked places that require you to have a face-to-face degree. I like that.
What jobs do you have that requires a face-to-face degree? Like what did that entail?
Tina said, but unless you're in these disciplines, it doesn't matter. Like last week, Tina said she's a statistician.
I don't think that matters. Like accounting, shit like that. I don't think it matters where you get your degree from. Like I said, if I got a murder charge, bitch, I'm not gonna call the University of Phoenix, motherfucker. I'm gonna want somebody with a on-campus degree, medicine, shit like that. But other shit, I don't care.
Oh, she was a college professor in China.
Who was?
That's what required that. Like one of my friends, she follows me, Khalida. She's from DC, but she's a college professor in Japan.
No, that's not what's shocking. What's shocking is that they care that you have an on-campus
face-to-face,
yeah.
And Marquis said a psychiatrist.
Yes.
Tina said she was a math professor over there.
Don't get me half shit.
Next one should be book smarts versus common sense. Okay, my take on it, I prefer going in person. I don't like going online at all. I just like the traditional going to class, like, you know, getting immersed in the culture and all of that stuff. Yesterday, I accidentally stumbled onto the campus at Georgetown University, and I ended up in like the halls, like where the where the lectures were and all of that. This was on accident, but it just was so like nostalgic, you know, just seeing people walking around. Even though when I went to college,
bags, all that shit.
I was older, so I didn't hang with nobody or I didn't live on campus.
Right.
I did prefer to go in person. I did, you know, some classes you just had to take online.
Yeah.
And I didn't like those. I would take hybrid where you might go once or twice, you know, a month. But I don't like online. I feel like you can miss a couple of assignments just based on how the flow of however that instructor posts, and you just could accidentally miss certain things.
Okay, so the online class
to group projects.
I love my group project. The online professors do have a laxed attitude. Like you sometimes the students have to get on them.
You just got to do your.
When are you grading our shit?
No, every week you gotta the person they ask that question, then you gotta write back to them. It's just not the same. Another new person in here, Nigel Green.
Hey,
Nigel said, "I like the balance because Monday morning should definitely be online, but other than that,
period.
I'm all for in person." Lakeisha said certain classes I took online, but my major classes I preferred in person.
Me too.
Lakeisha said I don't necessarily care about where you get it from, but what you do with it, because there is people who don't have none and doing better than the one who do have it.
So Lanique, you would be cool with going to a doctor with a Phoenix degree?
Sue said she hated the discussion board. Oh my God, I hated that too.
I loved it. I kept up with it.
Online requires you to be disciplined. Sue said, I don't want to answer the questions and read and respond to other folk.
That was a thing to you?
No, she's saying just on the discussion board.
Oh,
where you had to do that. And that's like part of like, that's like the biggest part of like.
No,
online.
that's like 70% of it. Like, I didn't mind the discussion board. You literally just had to respond to one to two classmates.
Said, not a doctor going to that
school. Okay.
Eddie
that's what I thought, Lanique.
Eddie said, hello, lady.
Hey, Eddie.
Tina said, math needs to be in person.
Yeah.
That's very true. Like, I would never take math online under no
And y'all know I went to design school to be a fashion designer.
She said, you ain't let me finish. Not a doctor, Ms. Brown.
No, that's why I just asked, because I asked her, I said, would you want somebody from all Phoenix? And that's what she said, no, not a doctor.
We got 23 minutes.
Okay, so let's go.
We got 5 more. City living versus suburban living.
suburban. I want to be.
Candy is in here. Hello, Candy.
Hey, Candy.
Candy Cook.
Hey, Candy Cook. Where I live at now, I live in the suburbs, but I'm literally 5 to 7 minutes from the city. I love that.
That's called a stone's throw.
Yes.
You're a stone's throw from
the city. I love that. I don't want to ever live in the boondocks. I don't ever want to live in the country. I don't ever want to live in a suburban neighborhood where everybody, you gotta speak to motherfuckers when you drive and all. I don't want that shit either. Yeah, I don't want that fuck shit either. I've been at my house for 9 years. I know 3 neighbors, and I'm cool with that.
Eddie said give him city without the crime. Tracy said give her city living.
Mm-hmm. City is too. When I think of city, the parking and I don't care about the noise, but the parking and the
Tina says she loves city living, but she has 3 kids. City living is not conducive.
Yeah,
Tracy said, but if I have the opportunity, I want a. Jojo said, I love going into the city when I want to, but prefer living in the PG suburbs. We are close to everything.
Yeah, y'all
I feel like PG County people need to stop acting like that's literally the city.
That's
y'all
DC.
PG County people. Y'all PG County people trying to stunt like.
But wait now, Clinton and Waldorf is PG County. Wait, I don't know Waldorf, but Clinton is PG County.
Clinton is PG.
So that's not close to the suburbs.
I feel like Clinton. Hold up. What the hell is going on over there on my sofa?
She just wanted to take a nap.
I wish y'all could see this. I'm gonna try to get a
let
me keep going.
She likes to be on pillows.
Let me keep going, y'all.
And she's allowing the first
this
in my house.
This is not part of the. This is not part of our arrangement.
Well, wait a minute, bitch. You just noticed she been snoring for like 30 minutes.
Anywho, let me keep going. Let me keep going because she let Maggie do what he want when he go to her house. Anyway, I feel like living in the DC metropolitan area, like is living in the city. Yeah, low key.
You think Clinton is living in the city?
No. And once you start getting toward that way where you're Clinton, you're almost at Waldorf, Brandywine. That. But I feel like if you live in Capitol Heights, District Heights,
Plaza,
any of that, you live in the city. But you know, anywho,
I agree.
Was it something else I wanted to say about city living? No, that's it.
Is there any benefits that you feel like this city living that suburban living don't get?
Hold up. Say that again, Tom.
Do you feel like there's anything that the city people that's city living gets that the suburban people don't get?
I feel like in the city, especially like when you live in a metropolis, like an area like the big city part, like they have a lot of just programs. They have a lot of different things that could help people, a lot of resources. Versus if you live in the suburbs, they feel like you don't need the resources. Or if you live in the country
and you're fine.
I feel like a gift and a curse with like the ambulance system and all of that kind of stuff. Because in the city there's more likely to be stuff going on, and the ambulance can be all places but once. But in the country, if you get sick or something happens, they might not be able to find you. Some people be like the closest, hospital is an hour away. You might not get medevac. Yeah. It's like a lot of different things or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, Sue said Sue said she loved living in Virginia. She said slow down. I don't know what that means, but that's like she trying to tussle, and I'm trying not to.
No, slow down as in slow down living?
I don't know. Will said PG County is Ward 7. Like shit, Will. That's my man. Like shit. But everybody, I live in Maryland. You know what that means.
Because that's me. I live in Maryland all that.
Clinton,
I'm not a DC bitch. I'm a Maryland bitch.
Lakeisha said Clinton right by Iverson Mall.
True.
That's Jada City. She said that's Jada City.
That's true.
And Sue said, what was that considered? I don't know what that question is. Antonio said city is going to be more convenient in most areas.
So
Eddie
I
said
feel
Clinton
like
and beyond is super Maryland. Mona is in here. Hi, Aunt Mona.
Hey,
she
Mona.
said, I'm definitely in the sticks. I love it, but it's nothing out here. Mona she lives in Charles County.
Oh, okay.
Further out, not Waldorf, but further.
But further, okay.
Jermaine said insurance is cheaper in the suburbs. Sue
said,
slow down reading. I'm not slowing down reading.
Sue,
I got somewhere to be toots.
But Sue, I feel like even when you lived in Virginia, you lived in the city. You got smoking what? Crack, cigarettes? What you want to smoke?
Whatever you like to smoke.
Okay.
Which one would you prefer? If you smoke crack, would you ever smoke crack? Or would you rather drink Mad Dog 2020? Whatever.
Mad Dog 2020 was my first drink. Okay, for me, I'm a smoker. Always been a smoker since 8.
My child says smoking.
I've been a smoker.
Eddie says smoking.
So smoking definitely over drinking for sure. That we had that last week when I told you, can you go to the club drunk or?
Okay, well I know Waldorf is in Charles County.
Well, the question was, can you go to the club drunk or can you go to the club sober? I told y'all last week, I don't got to drink at the club, but I'm definitely going to hit the J before I go.
Roger said he prefers to drink. Will said smoking weed is the bomb. Will, I need you to act like you in your 50s.
That is in your 50s.
And he get excited over weed.
I love that weed.
Tracy said give me wine and edibles. Oh, so you want both, Tracy.
No, Tracy, you can only pick one.
Nigel said whatever that green stuff is, does that mean tree? I'm a novice.
Yes.
Okay, Candy said what I don't like about suburbs in here in Philly, I'm a veteran, and if you need to be transported by ambulance, they won't take me to VA, only to the nearest hospital.
Yeah.
In DC, it was mandated that I be taken to the Veterans Hospital if I requested. That's really great to know, Candy.
Okay, but Candy, was it because the Veteran Hospital was the nearest hospital when you was in DC?
Or was it far?
Or was it because
they just got different laws or rules, I guess.
Right. What you did?
Tahir said she rather smoke. Jermaine said he rather smoke. Will said I'm gonna try it. That new Ciroc Melon though.
I just had Ciroc Passion. That was good. Try that.
I'd rather not drink or smoke, so I'd rather neither.
Squares, bitch.
And I'm still going to be the best.
She is the life of the party. I'll give her that. But she's a square like a motherfucker. If y'all keep
answering, we're going to move on. I got a good, 30 minutes. So I'll tussle with y'all a little more. Okay, so would you rather smoke or drink? I feel like L7, I don't know what that means, Roger. I feel like smoking was kind of like unanimous. No one said drinking. So that was smoking. Smoking was unanimous. Mm-hmm. Okay, moving on along.
Tina, that's why you need to smoke some weed.
Why?
Because smoking was unanimous.
I'm not. Do you feel like you sound like an after school special?
No.
Like you gonna get me to smoke?
No, I feel like you missing some shit.
I'm not missing shit.
I mean, you might.
I'm not missing anything.
You ain't really mellow.
You ain't all of you smokers.
But you ain't really high strung. Mm-hmm. But that controlling aspect of your life.
I have tamed that.
Bitch, when?
I don't act like
controlling. Girl, fuck no.
That's cap. That's cap.
It's not, ladies and gentlemen. It's
okay.
not.
He said L7 square. Rick James used that a lot.
She is
out on the okay. Will said Harrison said I don't do neither one. Will said I'm in love with Mary Jane. After school special. Candy said, I guess because DC is smaller, and hello ladies, I watch frequently but never commented. I appreciate and enjoy y'all podcast and wish both much success.
Thank you, Candy, but make sure you comment,
yes,
girl.
Thanks for stepping in front of the camera. Like, you guys make us, whole. Because we wouldn't, there would
be no show without y'all talking to us.
We would not have a flow without y'all.
We love it.
Jermaine said I'm missing shit. Look, y'all. Look. Now y'all about to see my controlling side. Like
that's why she need to hit the weed.
Mona said not controlling. That's the Virgo in her tone.
I swear, Mona. She is out of control sometimes.
Jermaine, I didn't miss nothing. Smoking. You said smoking. Tahir said tree. Will said he gonna try some rock. I read everything.
I don't think you should ever drink.
If I did not read
Will had one drink and that was the end of the world.
On to our next verses. This is our verses night because yesterday was the first day of spring.
I love verses.
We wanted to do something a little fun.
Can we do this every month?
And I thought it was gonna go by fast, but it's going by long.
No,
the next one is
long.
Oprah versus Iyanla.
Okay.
Who you pick?
I'm going with. Oh shit, bitch. I'm going with Oprah because of seniority.
Okay.
Oprah could bring this shit out you just like Iyanla can. But Iyanla for me is too over dramatic. Mm-hmm. Like and not on my watch and all. Girl, shut the fuck up. Like, girl, they've been going through this trauma for 4 decades. Like, girl, you need to simmer down.
Lakeisha said beloved.
Oprah want to get to the bottom of shit. She ain't trying to fix you. She just want to know what the fuck's going on.
Okay.
So my
Roger said, this is fun. Gotta jump on a Zoom. I'll jump on again. I only smoke when I go to Jamaica.
Okay, so who said that?
Roger.
Roger, make every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Come back to see us. Good luck on your Zoom.
Tracy said Iyanla.
Tracy, you said Iyanla?
Marquis said Oprah, hands down.
Period.
Keisha B said Iyanla because she does the spiritual work. She brings it out and calls a thing. LOL. Sue said LMAO. I think Iyanla, and I'm going to definitely go with Iyanla. She live in the DMV, so I'm going with her for that. Yeah, she live in Silver Spring or somewhere like that. I'm going with Iyanla.
I never knew that.
For 2, Iyanla. Oprah been through stuff too, but Oprah
smoked crack, Tina.
Oprah has created like this fake life for herself, and y'all keep it true or whatever.
Okay, they have said that Oprah, like literally any person that comes on her show and be like, I smoke crack, I did heroin. I did that. I did. So they did say she was a Me Too bitch.
Yeah, Oprah has conformed.
Or pick me.
Yeah, Oprah's conformed to Hollywood. She's this, that, and the third. And y'all know her and Iyanla had a big falling out. And Iyanla couldn't be on the show anymore. This was before.
So she's not on OWN?
No, this was before Iyanla Fixed My Life. They patched it up. That's how she got on OWN and got on, all of that. They had a beef for years.
With Monique, girl.
Because Oprah, Oprah didn't want Iyanla to start to, steal her shine or whatever. But they fixed it.
Did y'all know that?
They fixed it. The episode where they fixed it, you could look that up on YouTube. When they first reunited.
Bitch, I'm gonna watch that on the way home.
And hash things out. Yes.
I'm gonna watch that on the way home.
Tracy said Iyanla is a G. JoJo said she live in PG County and will pull up. LOL.
I had no idea.
She was just over here at PetSmart. Iyanla ratchet. I need.
So y'all like Iyanla because she ratchet?
Oh, Sue said Iyanla ratchet. I think she said I heard that she's a real B word. Candy said Oprah doesn't connect with black folks as much as Iyanla. Yeah, Oprah Ben felt like she was, once Oprah left Baltimore, after she did that Miss Silly role and she got the Oprah Winfrey show, when she first drug out that weight and she got skinny, Oprah changed.
So you talking Oprah didn't change since the late 90s, girl?
No, that was the late 80s. That was the late 80s.
When she got super skinny with them jeans and that black bodysuit
Yeah,
on?
when she had the...
That was the 80s.
That was the
so
late 80s.
So you think she done sold out at that
Oprah
point?
Ben. Look who she was best friends with. Kiki and all the pictures with Harvey Weinstein. Oprah Ben.
That's true.
Ben like that.
So Iyanla wasn't never with Harvey? Iyanla never did any questionable shit that make you be like, oh, okay.
Iyanla, you don't know what nobody do, but you just can base it off your perception and how they come across.
Right.
Iyanla comes across as real.
Genuine.
Yeah. Tracy said no, because Iyanla is real. Oprah is a cave dweller.
Okay, so let me be honest. I have never seen that one episode of Fix My Life.
Iyanla Fix My Life is bomb. But even before she got on that was Iyanla had written books. She had did a lot of work on
Never
Oprah.
read a book she wrote.
Iyanla be talking her shit.
Okay, honestly speaking, I haven't watched Oprah since
Iyanla really started.
So did she ever start on Oprah?
Who?
Was Iyanla ever on Oprah?
Yes, that's how she got her start. All these
people
that got these YouTubes, these this and that everybody do all this and that. Not Dr. Phil because he's a psychiatrist.
No, Dr. Phil was on Oprah.
Oh, I'm just saying like all the black YouTubers and TikTokers that have like these motivational, spiritual type of pages. Mm-hmm. I feel like Iyanla, walk so they can run.
That, yeah. Okay, well I gotta check Iyanla out. Y'all saying she the shit. I'm about to watch Fix My Life.
Lakeisha said Iyanla has experienced homelessness. Okay, next up. Yeah, Iyanla has a great. Oprah done did.
I'm about to look at Iyanla up on YouTube, baby.
Oprah ain't even meet her real mother till she was 50.
Oprah had a story.
So, anywho, next one, backyard barbecue, aka a cookout. Mm-hmm. I can't stand that word, so I always call it a barbecue. Or,
you can't stand cookout?
No, I call it a barbecue.
And that's how we know you're not black for real.
I always say we're gonna do a barbecue.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't be like we gonna do a cookout.
That's why we know you're not black.
I always say we're gonna do a barbecue.
It's a cookout.
Okay. Backyard barbecue versus a crab feast.
Ooh.
Lakeisha said Iyanla can connect with people genuinely. People like you to be. We talked about that. Remember?
I gotta check her out.
When I said people want you to be relatable, that's why they have a lot of jobs that they give you peer specialists now. If I'm a crackhead, or if I'm a recovering addict, I don't want to hear from somebody that never did drugs.
Okay.
Because they gonna want to know, why can't I just stay clean?
I'm sorry. Check out last week's episode of Talks with Tone and Teena on our YouTube channel if you want to know what she's talking about, because we did cover this last week. I feel like...
Okay. Will said cookout. Sue said cookout. Keisha B said that's hard. I love them both. Lakeisha said both.
I'm going with the cookout.
Miss Brown said both. Tracy said, aren't they the same? But I picked the
No, Tracy, they're not the same. I feel like a cookout. And you want to know why I feel like a cookout? Because a cookout is a fucking party. A cookout mean card games. That mean the motherfucking electric slide. That mean your big mama in the corner.
All the babies out there with nothing on but a pamper.
With juice going down their onesie. That's all.
Going down their bare chest.
Baby.
Dried up Kool-Aid on their chest.
Period. That's a cookout.
Keep putting the hug juice up to their mouth.
Because they need, that's all they need. Milk? Water? What you talking about water?
Cookout.
That's the cookout. They getting hugs, bitch. That's why I love a cookout. But a crab
feast. You can't do that at a crab feast. But
no, you can't.
No, Lakeisha saying you can't do that at a crab feast. I feel like at a cookout, people don't always have crabs, and definitely not a crab feast.
No, a crab feast, you sitting there eating crabs. Nina's definitely gonna pack her plate. Nina's packing her aluminum foil.
I know that from the family.
Okay, and some of you motherfuckers stop over Nina's the next day to get you a plate. Let's not forget.
I'm going with makes me sick.
I'm going with the he make me sick too. I'm going with the cookout. A crab feast is not the same thing. A crab feast, you going in to eat crabs only. You might get some music, you might got a DJ, but you going to eat crabs. A cookout, you going to motherfucking hang.
Sue said they chest sticky and mouth red or blue, laughing my ass off. Miss Brown said cookout is a party, a barbecue is what your job gives. Sorry, Tina, love you.
Thank you. That's why I keep saying like she's talking about barbecue, bitch.
Mona said drinking all the Capri Suns. JoJo said nothing like an old school DMV cookout ain't Acacia Park, Haynes Point type of vibe.
Haynes Point, bitch. Yes.
Marquis said why dried up Kool-Aid on that
one.
And
them kids be sticky as shit at the cookout.
Said grass stains. Lakeisha said we
had the grass stains
at the cookouts growing up. Okay.
Oh, well, you were rich, Kiki, because we never had crabs at the cookout.
Next, bitch. Apple Pay versus Cash App. Or if you're a Venmo girl or guy, a Zelle girl or guy, a PayPal girl or guy.
Which do
you prefer?
I'm a Zelle girl to the bottom of my heart. But if Zelle is not available, I would prefer Apple Pay. Cash App is a fucking scam. I need all my $20. When you borrow $20 from me, I don't need 1978 coming back. Bitch, I need $20. So I'm going to go with Apple Pay where I can spend it on my phone, or Zelle when it comes to my account free.
Sue said Apple Pay. Tahir said Zelle. I say Apple Pay. Tone said Apple Pay or Zelle. Any other going once, going twice?
Venmo tells too much of your business. Do you know what happened? Do y'all know what happened? One day when I worked in neurology, it was a drug rep that came in and she had to Venmo something.
She said Apple Pay, Cash App, play too much, lock your cards.
That too.
JoJo said, why somebody say Western Union?
No, she Venmoed one of our doctors, right? But her history came up. Somebody had Venmoed her for sex. Somebody had Venmoed her like you gave the best head ever.
Sue said Venmo act like Facebook, laughing my ass off.
Venmo act worse than Facebook. They tell all your business. We as the but she a drug rep. We sitting there reading all her fucking business and got look this lady in the face. Never on Venmo.
She said my Apple Pay is connected to my account, so it don't matter to me. Cherie has entered. Hey, Cherie.
Cherie, hello.
And Cherie said, which is like Apple Pay for Androids? What, Zelle?
No. No, there is a pay thing for
I don't know about Androids to her.
Shout out to the Androids, bitch. I just became an iPhone.
Okay, our very last question of the night on the versus battle.
Okay. Okay, so y'all put in the comments, did y'all love the verses? Because I love the verses.
Will said, what's that Dr. Number Tone? That was
I can't tell you that.
That was Will's question, Essence versus back.
Put in the comments.
First, we're going to finish my question.
Hold on, put in the comments. Do y'all think we should do verses once a month with different
Ms. Brown
stuff?
said she liked it.
I loved it.
The last versus question of the night is,
If
This World Were Mine by Cheryl Lynn and Luther versus Fire and Desire by my baby Tina Marie and my boo Rick James.
You made it too hard.
Who y'all got?
Oh God, you go first.
Who? I don't even gotta
I know what you
y'all already know. Wow, it's really good to see you again, baby. And I must admit, you're looking very, very, very nice these days. Oh, me? Well, I just been doing this.
Never mind, Tina. Never the fuck mind.
Rick James and Tina Marie 1,000 times over.
You get the whole monologue.
I got a new lady now. It's a little different than it was when I was with you.
I'm surprised she didn't tell y'all that Tina Marie was in the hospital.
Yeah,
when she recorded this.
There's a backstory to that.
There is.
Okay, Will said Fire and Desire, all caps, hands down.
Listen, I can't deny it. Fire and Desire.
Said I'm petty. Tracy said Fire and Desire all day, every day, all caps. Tahir said I can't choose. Lakeisha said Luther and Cheryl Lynn.
Chrissy, you going with Luther and Cheryl Lynn?
Lachey said Fire and Desire. Tracy said Rick and Tina forever.
I'm going with Fire and Desire too. Fire and Desire. First of all, you're not finna do it. You're not finna do it, bitch. I'm not getting that mic. I'm not getting that microphone. And you're not finna do it.
Y'all just saw me singing last week at karaoke. was leaving out of karaoke. It was over. A man walked up to me and said, "Excuse me, do you know Fine Desire?"
Bitch, I know you lying.
Absolutely. We was leaving. And it was the last song of the night, so I guess...
So you just ripped your coat off and turned back around.
I didn't have on a coat. So he was like, "Excuse me, do you know Fire Desire?" I said, "Sure." He was like, "Can you come sing it with me?" I said, "Of course."
Out of all the people in the fucking restaurant,
That's why,
he picked you.
Yes. It was
The
serendipity.
Tina Marie fan.
It was serendipity.
It was. Serendipitous.
And Sue said, "Ice Spice." Sue, you about to get blocked. Lakeisha said, "We used to sing Luther on the back of the
You thought it was Philly?
B6 leaving Jefferson." So yeah, that was unanimous. Rick James and Tina. So for the last question,
Is Will question?
Renee Hall has entered.
Hi, Renee.
I've never seen her on here.
Renee is one of my old Zumba buddies.
Welcome,
Hey,
Renee.
girl.
Tahir said, "If this world were mine, the melody and the bridge."
I mean, it's a fine
That's all
song.
Tahir.
No, to her. No shade. It's a fabulous song. But it don't... Fire and Desire is a... Come on.
Yes.
Come on now.
You could get pregnant off Fire and Desire with their tubes tied.
There's plenty of people
Anyway.
that got pregnant with their tubes.
So we're going to do Will question. Will said Backyard Band versus Rare Essence. Who you got?
We're going to do a threesome. Backyard...
Will, do you
Rare
want that?
Essence on NEG. And I'm going with NEG.
I feel like it's a difference. I mean, of course I'll go with NEG because that's a Maryland. You know, we
Backyard is not...
That's a Landover.
Okay, so Backyard...
That's a Landover thing.
Backyard over Essence,
I
I'm going
wouldn't
with
pick
Essence.
Backyard.
I'm
I
going
would never.
I'm going with Essence.
Yeah, I would.
Backyard has never been my crowd.
Only thing is, you know, sometimes Backyard played on the same bill with Northeast Groovers, so you had to see them.
Yeah.
It was like their crowd was always like super gangster and like super.
That's super gangster.
Yes, like for real. Like, you know, Northeast Groovers crowd was Maryland.
Anyway, I'm going with Rare Essence. Rare Essence got the... They have the...
Raphael made it at the final hour.
You got to catch the show on YouTube.
Okay.
They have the seniority.
Will said Essence all day.
I think Essence got the
Tahir said
seniority.
NEG. Tracy said Backyard for life, but I'll take RE with Funk and Benny. Tahir said Backyard. Lanique said Essence. Lakeisha said Essence or back, but certain back songs crank. Keisha B said
No,
Rare
Quincy,
Essence.
you gotta
Backyard
pick one.
crowd. Backyard wasn't my crowd, and NEG was too rowdy. What?
NEG was a party.
I feel like NEG's crowd was fun, and they were super Marylandy. I feel like
They
Backyard...
were fun. They were super Marylandy. And NEG pop people that came to see NEG.
Oh, Raphael said he been on here.
People who came to see NEG came to party. They didn't come to stand around. They came to see
They
who was
came
the
home
cool
from
people.
college. They came to have fun.
And dance.
Backyard people was seedy. You would get groped. You better not turn back around.
You might get shot, bitch.
Just keep walking. Don't turn around and say, "Did you just do?"
But Rare Essence
you get groped and just smile.
Keep going. Rare Essence to me was the old fly people from the 80s, 90s.
Yeah,
They show up there.
They had the flyers.
Yeah,
right? That was the flyers.
Yeah, they like the people that know them. They were the shit in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah,
so there's
we
still
was,
somebody.
yeah.
There's still somebody in Rare Essence. When you go to the club to see Essence, there's still somebody. I feel like that's the crowd that Essence got.
Marquis said Backyard during the Black Hole days only. Will said Nally Road was on display on all NEG shows. That's us.
Full life.
This is us at the Go-Go. It's like, let me,
Bitch, put it all together.
let me
To the YouTubers, this is a DC thing. You might not know what go-go is, but it's a form of music. And we were Landover for life.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, so did y'all love the show?
Oh, Tank said Essence is trash now. Kentland Tank is in here.
Hey, Kentland.
Now, if you was back in the go-go scene, Tank.
Okay, Tank was on the scene, baby.
Tank used to show his ass.
Tank was always
his ass off.
Tank was always an excellent dancer. He was at every show.
Yeah.
All the motherfuckers knew him.
Yes.
He was always, you know,
My best memory of Tank was
what?
I don't know, what was that place over there by the Met, but on the side by like the what's the
Icebox.
The Icebox.
Motherfucker,
The Icebox. I don't know how.
Now it's the club Sue go to.
I don't know how. No, Sue go to Power. That used to be the Met. I don't know how,
it was the Met.
but they at the Icebox they had like these speakers that seemed like they was up in the sky. Tank was all the way up there on one of those. Tank, you remember that?
Doing down with the cats,
This had to be like 95. I don't know. He was doing.
I will never forget.
No, he was doing with a rush. He was doing
With a
all
rush,
of that.
yeah.
Those was the days.
Okay,
Those were
so
the days.
yeah, we NEG for life, so we gonna go with NEG. But y'all put in the comments.
Okay,
but,
hold up. Somebody named Carnell Peebles.
Hi, Carnell.
Carnell said white people love backyard. What that supposed to mean?
White people that's not from DC?
White people love groovers. White people love Essence. White people dance to any go-go.
Listen, the Japanese love Chuck Brown.
Sue say, laugh my ass off. I don't even listen to go-go. Carmel said, all BYB joints crank when you got Scarface, the rapper.
He was with BYB. He was. He just did a show recently with them.
Raphael said that was called the Zulu Cave. Raphael, when was you outside? Get Tessa up.
Please.
When the hell was you outside?
I don't ever remember you being there.
Yeah. Teresa Icebox for real though. Will said me and my man.
The Icebox
double was up the mat.
And let me tell you,
Teresa Icebox was a fucking party and
if Groove was
stayed packed, and that was a huge warehouse. They just opened us and
it was literally a warehouse.
Animals in there.
Listen, and when we used to leave, it would be so much sweat on the floor.
Yeah,
you was sliding out the fucking door because there was so much sweat on the floor. Man, we had a fucking time, and I started at 13.
So Tracy said, "Yep, the Zulu Cave, the Icebox, and another name too." All right. People.
Okay, so this was a great show.
This was our Versus edition.
This was our very first
If you want to see what we did Versus with, you can look on our YouTube. You can look on Talks with Tone and Teena page.
Yes.
We have the
list
order up there.
Yes. Yeah. And make sure you tune into our channel on Thursday. This show will be live on Thursday on our YouTube channel. And thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you're liking our page. Make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube.